Ankur and Sharon have had their fair share of drama this season on the block. They've had run-ins with practically everyone, from their builders to Scotty Cam, and have constantly been over budget. And on last night's episode, Foreman Dan told Ankur and Sharon that after receiving landscaper Tim's invoice, the couple was $26,000 over the allocated budget. This obviously led to a rather heated conversation where Foreman Keith asked whether Ankur could come up with a solution, especially because he is an accountant. "Ankur, you're an accountant, have you been over this and the figures and everything like that?" Keith queried. But both Ankur and Sharon instantly got defensive, and Ankur said, "I don't think it's got anything to do with me being an accountant." Watch The Block 2022 Ankur and Sharon's home tour. Speaking to producers, Sharon said, "It's not related, it's actually not related. It's got nothing to do with being an accountant or not being an accountant." Ankur chimed in with, "For them to just go, 'Oh, you're an accountant, how come you're not over it?' and then have a bit of a laugh about it. I am mate, that's actually my livelihood, and yeah, a bit of an up yours, don't bring that into it." Later on, after Sharon and Ankur confronted Keith for bringing up Ankur's profession, and after Sharon started crying, Keith apologized. "I shouldn't have said that before, bringing up you being an accountant, I didn't know it'd offend you like this, I apologize." However, blockheads are outraged at the couple and think Keith had every right to bring up the fact that Ankur is an accountant and therefore, should be handling the budget better. One user on Twitter wrote, "I am sorry. The main job of contestants in this show is managing the budget to deliver the properties. Being an accountant is absolutely relevant," while another tweeted, "Ankur is a bloody accountant for the love of God. Who would actually hire that bloke? He can't take responsibility for his own stuff up. There has never been a worse couple on #TheBlock." Similar comments floating around social media include, "Being an accountant is relevant. It's a budget," as well as, "Sounds a lot like Ankur is defensive because he knows he's a bad accountant, and can't believe at the start of this season of The Block I was excited to see how an accountant would whip the budget angle." Some fans even think it was hypocritical for Ankur to get so offended. One Twitter user wrote, "Sharon and Ankur don't like the fact that his profession as an accountant gets brought up, yet they drag their builders' names from day dot," while a Reddit user commented, "Ankur had no problem trashing his builders on national TV, but it's offensive to insult his budget management as a professional accountant." Watch, Scotty Cam confronts Sharon and Ankur over their budget issues. One blockhead even wondered whether Ankur will face repercussions professionally after his stint on the block and wrote on Twitter, "Do you reckon the #ATO, Australian Taxation Office, might be auditing Ankur after #TheBlockAU? He seems to be the worst accountant ever." Ankur spoke about the moment from last night's episode this morning when he and Sharon appeared as guests on the Mosh Maddie breakfast show and explained why he felt so irritated by Keith's comment. Ankur said, "Still watching it back and, looking at the stuff that happened on last night's show, I was a little bit angry about what happened regarding, Keith and David. You're an accountant, mate, they brought it up again, whereas they've let the other contestants go when they've stuffed up. So, like the two plumbers, they stuffed up the regs early on but the show didn't make an issue about it. And then with the carpenters, they didn't say anything about the carpentry, when the finishing was poor. So with that sort of stuff, that's why I got so upset with them when they ambushed us."